Hey guys, welcome to Paranormal. Hope all my spooky, fabulous friends are doing okay out there. So today we're going to talk about pets that are sensitive, and so I'm going to tell you my story about my dog Bruiser. We got Bruiser when I was living in Holland because I needed something to get me out of the house, get me walking around, exploring by myself. So we get him, and everything seems to be doing okay. And he's probably about a year old, I would say. And he... we caught him looking up at the ceiling and growling. I already knew what he was growling at. My husband, not so much. And all I had to do was just really reach over, pet him, and say, "It's okay. I know it's here. You're going to be okay." And he'd calm down and be fine. But as time went on, he was doing it a little bit more. And he would never bark, but he always growled. And that's not like him to growl at nothing. So I explained to my husband, he's just reacting to something that we're not able to see. And it was one evening, we were watching TV, and something he did not like. And even me trying to tell him, "Hey, it's going to be okay, Bruiser. They're not going to bother you. They're going to come and then they're going to go." Nope. And this is the night that my husband kind of experienced his, I would say, first time experience. And Bruiser kept looking around, and my husband asked me, "What's going on?" I said, "There's something in here. It's just pinging off the walls in the room." And our room was long and narrow. So we had our living room and our dining room all one room. So I'm just sitting there, ignoring it, trying to tell Bruiser it's okay. My husband starts getting up, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up." Yes, welcome to my world. And he says, "It just feels like there's something moving back and forth in the room, kind of pinging off the walls." I said, "Yep, hon. It is a lovely spirit who's come to visit." I don't call myself a medium, and I don't call myself psychic. I call myself sensitive because I can pick up on residual energy. I can hear, always have been able to hear things. And it was very interesting. And then we moved from Holland here to the States. Now, we're not far from the Civil War battlefield. About 10 minutes away in car. But a street above us was a big battle as well. And we're here. It's late at night. My husband's working the night shift. And we now have a second dog. Bruiser and Sweetie were looking out the window, growling and barking and raising all kinds of cane. We get up, we look, there's nothing there. I automatically have picked up what's going on. My husband's like, "Why are they reacting the way? They're going from our living room into another room, our dining room, looking out the window and just barking, growling, just pacing from window to window. And I told my husband, I said, I'm picking up a lot of energy outside. And the thing is, I've always protected our home because we have a child. So I've always protected the home and not let anything into the house. So everything was going off in our front yard. And I could just pick up on all these energies, and nothing I could do could calm them down. So we lost both dogs. And now, fast forward, we have another dog. And she's not a barker. She's not really a growler. We're sitting on the couch watching TV, and she's just staring off to the left side of us, up at the top of the ceiling. And she's just staring and staring intently. And my husband has now realized to trust me. And if he knows I reach over and pat her and say, it's okay, they're not going to hurt you, they're not going to bother you, they're going to be leaving very soon. And so I did this, and well, she kind of calmed down a little bit, but you could see she kept glancing, and yeah. And the thing with animals is if they pick up on something, young animals are insecure. So you've got to read their body language. If their tail's high and they're barking at nothing, and they're coming back and sitting next to you and then getting up and barking again, well, they're picking up on something that you're not able to pick up on. And, older dogs are not going to be as nervous, so they're not going to pace as much. You're going to have some dogs that'll bark and growl. You'll have some dogs that won't and be absolutely terrified to maybe enter a room or come and sit down next to you. And so they're looking at you on how to handle the situation. And I use a good example. Animals in the wild, right before a tsunami hits, you will notice all kinds of animals, birds, they're all flying in the opposite direction. And that's because they can pick up the vibration. Well, we're energy. So when we pass on, that's energy as well. Energy doesn't just disappear. So spirits are energy too. And maybe the dogs are picking up on a vibration. Maybe they're hearing, because dogs can hear on a different level than we do. So it's an interesting subject. I always watch my dogs. I read their body language. I give them reassurance. And I ask whatever is visiting, they're not welcome here. Bye. See ya. And then everything tends to calm down. But when you have somebody that's sensitive, they attract spirits. They want to be heard. They want their story heard. And if you just listen and say, okay, now it's time to go, your dogs are going to be a lot more calmer. Cats are a different story, all on their own. And I've had cats, and I've never had a cat react to anything, so I can't really say. But dogs, I can most definitely say, they're special little animals. So I hope you find my story interesting. And if you have any stories that you would love to tell, please do. And if you're nervous and maybe don't want to, just put your story out there, if you go to my About page, my email's in there. And you can always email me your story and I can read it anonymously, of course. And there's my story. I would love to hear your stories. Thank you.